What's up, guys? Well, today we have found ourselves in Missouri City, Texas, with a former Missouri City police officer who's been involved in a crash that killed a mother and her teen son on his 16th birthday. Well, he's finally been charged, and this is over a year ago. He's arrested October 2024. He is facing manslaughter and aggravated assault charges, which is strange to me because he's driving over 107 miles an hour with the prisoner in the back seat. Crashes. Now, of course, you know, if that was you that had that crash, you're charged with murder. Anyway, a third victim who was in the back seat has since passed away. Found guilty on 3 counts of aggravated assault by a public servant, and we'll see what all he has received from the BS charges. Manslaughter and aggravated assault is what he was charged with. They've dropped the manslaughter, so he was only looking at 3 counts of aggravated assault. So, Missouri City, Texas, 107 miles an hour. That's where we're at right now.
All right, thank you so much, Jonathan. Well, the former Missouri City officer involved in a deadly crash that killed a mother and her teenage son on his birthday is now charged. Vladimir Viveros, who you see here, was arrested yesterday. He's facing manslaughter and aggravated assault charges. Angela Stewart and Mason Stewart, who you see there, died when their vehicle was T-boned by Viveros. He was on his way to a robbery call, but according to DPS, they say his lights and sirens were not on.
No lights and sirens on, 107 miles an hour.
And another man was in the back of the patrol car at the time and was paralyzed in that crash.
Now, most departments, I'm going to guess, I don't know, all departments, if you have a prisoner in the back seat, you don't give chase for obvious reasons. Next.
And new this afternoon, a third person has now died in a crash involving a former Missouri City police officer. And that officer has now been re-indicted in that case. Prosecutors have filed upgraded first-degree felony charges against Vladimir Viveros. The Fort Bend County District Attorney's Office saying they decided to re-indict based on a new law that could increase the punishment because Viveros was on duty and 3 people were killed. Police say he had hit a car back in June, killing Angela Stewart and her son Mason, but it was just recently that the person in the back of his patrol car, Michael Hawkins, died from his injuries in that wreck.
The gravity of the facts surrounding the deaths in this case, we thought it was more appropriate to charge as a first degree rather than a second degree. But the passing of our third victim did play a role in our reconsideration of the appropriate charges.
Viveros is due back in court on February 11th. That's when a judge will hear arguments to increase his bond based on these new charges.
What we got next?
Flood of emotion, a family embracing moments after witnessing the former police officer who killed a mother and son in a crash got convicted.
Vladimir Viveros put into handcuffs as that verdict came down. His relative actually had to be restrained just before he was taken away.
Viveros was speeding to a robbery call when he T-boned a car driven by 16-year-old Mason Stewart and his mother Angela 2 years ago. A man in the backseat of the patrol car, Michael Hawkins, also died. Viveros eventually lost his job with the Missouri City Police Department, and soon he could lose his freedom.
ABC 13's Daniela Hurtado has covered the story since the beginning and was in the courtroom.
After 5 days of testimony, body and dash camera video, and tears in the courtroom, a jury found the former Missouri City officer Vladimir Viveros guilty of all 3 counts of aggravated assault by a public servant. Deliberations went on this afternoon for about 2.5 hours before a jury ultimately returned a verdict.
Vladimir Viveros guilty of aggravated assault by a public servant.
A fall from grace. A Missouri City police officer sworn to protect the community and arrest criminals is now in custody following his conviction. Emotions erupted in the 240th courtroom at Fort Bend County Courthouse.
I'm glad that we were able to get justice for Mason and Angela.
Don't get ahead of yourself now. You're saying you're glad you're able to get justice.
family and friends of the victims killed in that tragic June 20th, 2024 crash, embracing and thanking God for this outcome.
I want him to get a long sentence so he can think about what he's done. He's taken a lot from me and my girls, and it can't be replaced.
And for the first time since the day of the crash,
after working so hard to get my freaking doctorate, she will never see me.
One of Angela's daughters spoke following the verdict.
I'm just happy that we got at least a little justice and that he's about to be locked away and I could finally sleep.
Before the verdict came down, prosecutors and defense attorneys made their final plea to the jury Monday afternoon.
The defendant in this case is what gives police officers a bad name in our county. He is the bad apple in this profession.
Vladimir did not drive his car intentionally at anyone with intent to cause them harm.
He had to know, based on the totality of the circumstances, he's driving 107 miles an hour with no license sirens on. He had to know at some point he might kill somebody.
Investigators through the trial confirmed Viveros was going 107 miles per hour to a robbery call without lights and sirens on before crashing into the Stewart's car on Cartwright Road. Investigators say in the back of the police car without a seatbelt or handcuffs was Michael Hawkins, who had been taken into custody from an assault call down the road.
So I'm wondering why he wasn't seatbelted and didn't have no handcuffs.
I always disagree in courtrooms about the facts of the case, and I agree with the state that almost entirely the facts are not in dispute. But your job as a juror oftentimes is to interpret, does the law apply in this case? And how do we value those laws?
The defendant wants you to give him the...
Well, the law should apply more, shouldn't it? Don't they keep saying they sit there, they hold themselves to higher standards? No, different standards, and you're about to see how that plays out.
pass. The defendant wants you to say, hey, you're not guilty, not because you didn't do it, but because you want special treatment.
And no special treatment was given tonight. The jury found him unanimously guilty, and now this case is headed to a punishment phase to determine Vivero's sentence.
We're happy. We're happy.
Yeah. And grateful. Yeah. Thankful. And thanks to God.
Yes, and like we have closure.
Michael's mom was
Hold that thought.
also there. She was still processing the news. The jury will be back at the courthouse in the morning. Daniela Hurtado, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Viveros faces 5 years to life in prison when he's sentenced.
Face it. Hold on. Say it again. Hold up.
Eyewitness News.
Viveros faces 5 years to life in prison when he's sentenced.
5 years to life in prison when he's sentenced. Okay. So what'd he get?
Loved ones say that 15 years in prison just isn't enough for the former Missouri City police officer convicted of
Didn't even get that.
killing 3 people in a crash. The story goes back to June of 2024. Vladimir Viveros responded to a robbery on Cartwright Road without his emergency lights on. And at some point, he crashed into a car, killing Angela Stewart and her son Mason. It was Mason's 16th birthday. A man who was in the back of Viveros' patrol car at the time also died. Viveros was convicted this week of 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon by a public servant. And shortly after 5 this evening, a jury sentenced him to 15 years on each of those charges, which he's going to serve at the same time. But
They're going to run concurrent. They sound like they've done something. They haven't. Oh, 15 years. Yeah, they're going to run at the same time. He's killed 3 people. He's getting 5 years for each person. Not 15. Concurrent means run at the same time. And with good time, time served, I'm a cop time, I'm a public official time, he'll never serve 5 years. Sorry.
the victim's loved ones think that's nowhere near enough.
I still don't think the jury did us justice. 15 years is not enough. That's telling me it's only 5 years for my son Mason, 5 years for Angela, and 5 years for Michael. That's not enough. And no, I'm not satisfied with that.
A 15-year sentence, by the way, is far from the maximum 99 years that he potentially faced.
99 years is what he faced. Anyway, That's right with this one. Let me know what you think about in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Also, again, 82% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button. It's free. Let me know what you think about this one, and I'm out.